I'm going to tell you one to
counsel.
Mr. Jones, I'm going to tell you
I'm not allowed to object. I'm my own counsel now. I'm allowed to object, ain't I? It's only 3 years.
When I'm talking, you do not talk over me. Do you understand that? Because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to end very quickly and very badly for you if you do.
It's 3 years. I don't need
Mr. Jones, I don't care.
All right, get ready, because today's hearing is about to get real crazy. We got a Karen meets sovereign citizen situation on our hands. From the jump, this lady goes full on wild, starts threatening the court, and then, bam, the judge just shuts her down like a total boss. Seriously, how do people like this think they can get away with it in a courtroom? She honestly seemed to believe she could pull it off. But trust me, I won't spoil how it goes. Let's jump in and watch this sovereign citizen meltdown get absolutely owned by a judge who's not messing around.
I just want to bring it to the court's attention to have the court address that issue.
All right, Mr. Jones, why don't you tell me what's going on?
I just want to represent myself. I feel like nobody's going to fight for me like I'm going to fight for myself. I've been through voir dire, I've been through jury trials, I've done all this before.
Did you go to law school?
No, I did not, sir.
So do you know all of the rules of evidence and the rules of criminal procedure?
I don't think I really need it with this case.
Yes, you do. You absolutely need them, because every time something happens, Mr. Arnold here has been a practicing trial attorney with the prosecutor's office in Hamilton County and Warren County for how long, Mr. Arnold?
Well, if you add in military time, almost 46 years.
46 years. He's a skilled trial attorney. He knows the rules of evidence and he knows the rules of procedure. You can roll your eyes at me all you want.
I don't really care about none of that.
But here's the problem. I'm required by my canons that I hold you to the same standard that I hold Mr. Arnold, even though you have no formal training or education in the law.
All right.
I'm sorry?
It will be all right.
It won't be all right. I'm telling you,
That's
you won't.
Man, it ain't no time, bro. I got 10 in, 4 left to do. I do not care at all, even a little bit. It's 3 years. It's cut and dry. What happened, happened. I didn't start this. Let the jury decide. I don't care about none of that, bro. None of the stuff you talking about right now make any sense to me. Do I care about it at all, even a little bit, man? It's 3 extra years max.
So what are you telling me?
I'm telling you, I can represent myself. I can handle it. It's not that serious.
Ms. Martin is a skilled trial attorney.
That's cool. I might be a skilled trial attorney too. Sometimes you gotta try stuff in life and you never know how good you might be at that.
You ever picked a jury before?
I have. I've been through mass of those. I've been through at least 7 different ones of those. Some of them didn't go all the way through. People got sick and stuff like that. I had to do it all over again.
You realize that if you do this, you cannot use ineffective assistance of counsel as a grounds for an appeal. It's not a basis for an appeal. You'll be representing yourself. You'll be held to the exact same standards that I hold Mr. Arnold to, and it would be a huge mistake.
All right.
I'm sorry?
Cool.
It's not cool. It's you're making a huge mistake.
I mean, I made a whole bunch of them. I'm sitting in prison right now for something I ain't do, so I make a lot of mistakes.
Isn't this just wildly embarrassing for sovereign citizens? Like, seriously, how do people sit there and spout this nonsense with a straight face? It's so clear this woman is just trying to weasel her way out of these charges. The law is pretty clear. If you commit a crime, you don't get to just ignore reality to escape the consequences. Trying to pull this kind of stunt, yeah, that's just going to make things worse for you. Honestly, it feels like our country's just spinning its wheels at this point. How did we even end up here? And let's be honest, half the time, these people get away with it simply because their cases get delayed so much that the judge ends up just throwing it out to save taxpayer money.
It's waiting for me to bring them down. I'm inclined to allow Ms. Martin to proceed representing you.
I don't want Ms. Martin representing me. I want to represent myself. I don't need somebody that's going to lay down and work with the prosecution. I'm going to do what
Ms. Martin does not.
I mean, that's cool. Your opinion is irrelevant in this matter. Your opinion is not helping her none. You work with the prosecution. You ain't here for me.
You are incorrect. I do not work with the prosecution. I do not work with the defense counsel. Actually, one of my functions here is to make sure that your constitutional rights are protected, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry?
That will be tested. We will see about that.
The other problem is, obviously you have a right to remain silent with you asking questions, and you're making a huge mistake.
Add it to the list. It's a whole bunch of them. long list.
Has anyone threatened you in any way or promised you anything in order to get you to waive your right to counsel?
No. Just want to represent myself. I can't go any worse than it might be about to go. It's only 3 years, man. It's only 3 years. I got that.
And as long as you understand that in asking questions, in picking the jury, in everything that you do, here's the other problem. Here's the other problem. Is he in shackles?
Yes.
Okay, there's the other problem. Because you are in custody, you have shackles on. You want the jury to see you in shackles?
And that's grounds for an appeal by itself. I realize that part. They're not supposed to let the jury see me in shackles, so I mean that's kind of like a tipsy-turvy type of thing right there. Know a little bit more than most. Ain't all the way simple, close to it, but a little bit more than most.
Your Honor, if you're going to entertain this, I think you need a written waiver, A, and a much more detailed, the 12th District, and I can't remember the name of the case, a few years ago, came out with a much more detailed.
All right, we'll go through it. Hang on. All right, Mr. Jones, you've been handed a waiver of right to counsel. You understand that you have the absolute constitutional right to be represented by an attorney. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you are not being charged for Ms. Martin's services, that you have the right to have an attorney appointed to you free of charge. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And you understand the charge against you is a felony of the 3rd degree assault because of your status, the status of the alleged victim, and the location of the incident being in the Department of Corrections, that the maximum penalty is 36 months in prison.
Correct.
All right. Are you aware of any possible defenses to this charge or this allegation?
Meaning what?
I'm just asking the question.
Are
you aware of any? Are you aware of any?
I don't understand the question you're asking, sir.
Well, you're going to represent yourself and put on a defense, I assume, at least by way of cross-examining the witnesses presented by the state.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You understand that there may be possible defenses that you could raise in your cross-examination of the state's witnesses or in presentation of witnesses on your own behalf. You understand that?
Like impeaching a witness?
Sir, I'm not going to explain every single thing to you. That's why I'm trying to encourage you to go with counsel here.
All that back and forth, all that research, just for the judge to hit her with a D and IED in an instant. You can practically watch her panic, and then, out of nowhere, I'm not even a defendant. Like, seriously. Sovereign citizens love pulling this nonsense, but it never works. The law isn't fooled by their made-up loopholes. Honestly, we should just drop them on an island with no rules and see how long they last. What do you think? Stay tuned. She's about to make things even worse for herself.
And that.
Huh? No, I don't.
You don't know what mitigating circumstances are? Again, that's another reason why you need to have
3 years, man. That's
I'm sorry?
3 years. That's nothing.
Let me tell you something. If when I'm talking, you do not talk over me. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You're not going to misbehave in my courtroom. You're not going to misbehave in front of this jury, because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to end very quickly and very badly for you if you do.
It's 3 years.
Well, you're the one that's elected to go with the jury trial, so you keep on saying it's only 3 years. That's fine. All right.
You try to give me 2 of it anyways. Might as well go to trial.
Okay. You understand, and I've told you several times now, if you represent, you will be detrimental. It will be detrimental to your case. You understand that?
I don't know if I believe that. That's your opinion.
It is my opinion, and I'm strongly advising you against it. But you understand that in my opinion, if you represent yourself, it will be detrimental to your case.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Okay. But you understand what I'm telling you?
Yes, sir.
All right. And you understand that if you represent yourself, you're going to be held to the same standards as any other defense attorney and the same standards as I'm going to hold Mr. Arnold. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever represented yourself before in any criminal prosecution?
No, sir.
And you wish to go forward today without the assistance of an attorney?
Oh, can I get a few minutes? I use the bathroom anyways.
Few minutes for what?
To use the bathroom, think about it. Make sure this is what I want to do.
You literally can't make this up. Here's the invoice she actually sent to the court. $86,000 for traveling to her second appearance. Like, what? This isn't just your typical Karen. This woman is a full-blown sovereign citizen, the ultimate level of nonsense. No one has ever reached this level of ridiculousness. It's almost impressive. Almost. But let's give credit where it's due. The judge handled this flawlessly. Stayed cool. Didn't let her get away with any tricks, and laid down the law like a true professional. Some judges would have lost it with someone like this, but he kept it together. Major respect. What do you think? Was the judge too tough? Or did he handle it like a total pro? And can we just talk about how wild it was for her to threaten him? Like, she's completely out of her mind. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I post every day. Thanks for tuning in.
I don't want to be rude or crude. Like, I know I got off to a bad start with you, sir, and that's not what my intentions were. I'm just kind of obnoxious. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not in charge of security here, Mr. Jones. The
So
deputies and the transport officers are in charge of your
So
security of this.
how I'm supposed to use the bathroom in
Sir?
cuffs? How I'm supposed to be able to wipe myself in cuffs?
All right.
The officer refused to move the cuffs when I was locked in the cell. I'm just trying to use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom before we get started, sir.
Rhodes,
Yes, sir.
what's the issue with him?
I was never asked to remove the cuffs.
She was, man. You know I had to use the bathroom. I don't know what else I'm supposed to say. I need the cuffs
All
out.
right,
so I
let's
can wipe.
get through this and we'll talk about your bathroom after that. All right. I advise you that you're charged with an assault of a corrections officer as an inmate at the correctional facility. Maximum penalty, as we've said, is 36 months in prison. After closing arguments, I will give the jury the instructions of law. Now, the issues that present themselves with regard to you representing yourself, obviously, is a logistics issue since you are incarcerated. The shackles on your legs will remain. The court is going to make a finding, and again, if you want to have a hearing on this, Mr. Arnold.
Your Honor, I just asked the court to take note that he's previously been convicted of assault on a corrections officer and is an inmate incarcerated for offenses of violence.
So I'm going to make a finding that you pose a security risk to this courtroom. So the shackles on your legs are going to remain there. Now I'm going to accommodate you in that both the state and you will do your opening, your voir dire, your opening, the questioning of witnesses, and your closing arguments from counsel table. Now you can stand up at that table without your legs being seen because for the record, there's a skirt or the bench itself in front of you hides your feet. No one can see your legs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I've already told you that in the court's opinion, representing yourself is probably going to hurt your case, right? You understand that I've said to you already that the state of Ohio is represented by a competent, experienced trial attorney, and that you will be held to the same standard as Mr. Arnold. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. The rules of evidence and rules of procedure, even if you don't know them, will apply to you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
I cannot assist you at all during the course of the trial.
Yes, sir.
You want to again understand that this is not a license for you to abuse the dignity of this court.
Yes, sir.
There will be no appeal for ineffective assistance of counsel.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Again, how old are you?